Now, Hugelkultur is the ultimate raised garden bed. You can use it to dispose of debris from your property, or you can specifically design it to be beneficial. Hugelkultur is basically nothing more than a raised garden bed filled with rotting wood and debris to create a biome and a heat source to protect moisture and to create its own fertilization plant through the production of mycorrhiza and other organics as it rots. Now, you can grow a typical garden without irrigation or fertilization with these Hugelkulturs, and it has been demonstrated to work in deserts as well as backyards, so they work anywhere. You can make them peaked, rounded, raised, 10 feet high, 20 feet high, 3 feet high. You can put them in raised beds. You can use up rotting wood, twigs, branches, and even whole trees that would otherwise go in the dump or you burn. It's pretty much nothing more than buried wood. It can be flushed to the ground. You can dig a pit first and fill it with wood, or you can make it above the ground as in the one you're looking at here. You can start small and add later. Experiment. So what I did here is I took about 2 tons of these large rotting logs. These are big. In my boot. And I made them in a swale pattern. We're in the front permaculture orchard, and at the very top of it here, in front of the greenhouse, the geothermal greenhouse, I've made this Hugelkultur bed. It's to catch the runoff that comes down here. So it's C-shaped. It's a cup, so that this will fill with water when it rains, and it will percolate right into there. Now, this is about 3 foot high of rotting wood, and I also seeded it with a large amount of bark. So when bark rots here, you get mycorrhiza forming really early on the inside of the tree here. And you want to have a mycorrhiza factory. I also added a bunch of old peat pots, probably thousands of them. And this is to start the soil building. What you see, this kind of dirt that I've already laid into the beginning of the Hugelkultur, this is pig poop and chicken poop and sand that I mixed together earlier in the summer, and that's going to start the heat factory and get this wood rotting over the winter, because in a couple weeks it's going to be covered in snow and it won't emerge until the spring. So once you have the wood laid into your Hugelkultur, in my case it's a raised Hugelkultur swale, I then seeded it with bark and pig poop and chicken poop, and then I'm going to take, there's a whole truckload of ponderosa needles. That's my next step. I'm going to put a 1 foot layer of ponderosa needles over this, and then I'll cover the needles with sand, and then I'll put soil on that, like a big layer cake. Now, in the end, by spring, okay, so, and after the soil is on, this is the final key thing before it gets buried in snow this winter. I'm going to seed it with yellow pea that I got from a field pea. It's actually an edible human pea, yellow pea, that I showed you guys in the geothermal greenhouse. It costs 40 bucks a bag, or no, 23 bucks a bag for a 50-pound bag. And we're going to just put peas all over here. They'll grow out and we can eat them in the spring, and they're going to fix the soil and fix nitrogen and start a new biome, while the underneath here is rotting and the mycorrhiza come up into my bed. So we'll be following this all next year in updates. This is going to be the Zone 1 Hugelkultur bed, and you guys will be able to see how awesome it does next year. Thanks for watching. We're going to do an update on the geothermal greenhouse out front here. As soon as we close in the side wall, some of the systems are going in. And stay tuned! Guys, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. In about an hour, there'll be some links to Hugelkultur. It's a German word. H-U-G, if you want to start Googling it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.